Testing, testing. One, two, three. This is Carl Coulange for the Sports Hit List by the fans and for the fans. We're just wrapping up now with the New York Knicks game. Their season coming to an end, and congratulations to them for what we call an achieving season. As I bring in my contributor, Mr. Ziggy Zig, co-founder of the Sports Hit List. Ziggy Zig, first and foremost, congratulations on a season that wasn't expected for the Knicks. People tend to take shots, but I'm here to commend you guys on having a great season for the Knicks standards. Now, one may believe that after getting eliminated after 5 games, that's not so much of a success, but I like to keep it honest and being, again, for the Knicks standards and what was expected from this team, you guys exceeded expectations. Getting first round home court advantage in the playoffs, winning 1 game. What are your thoughts?
Man, listen, there was a point, I think, in game 3 where I said to myself, we're not gonna get this series. They're just built, they're built different compared to us. You know what I'm saying? They're built to score, they're built to play defense, they're built to play on both sides of the ball. Whereas the Knicks, our forte is defense, right? But if you're a Knicks fan, let me rephrase that. If you're a true Knicks fan, because there's a lot of fugazis out here. If you're a true Knicks fan, you're happy with what happened. You understand what I'm saying? Like the progress that we've made over the season and what's to come in the future, you're happy with what's coming. I'm not going to take up too much space because I definitely want Coach to get up in here, but I'm not upset. There's a lot of people talking. There's a lot of Laker fans who shouldn't be saying anything right now, but we're gonna let them talk. We're gonna let them say what they got to say. And of course, you got this one wild Knicks fan that's just saying a lot of foolishness, but I'm not even going to get into it right now, man.
So, Coach, just the same sentiments I said to Zig. I've been going back and forth with you guys for years and just banter. But congratulations on the successful season. I think the Knicks exceeded expectations. If you want to talk basketball, people didn't expect them to get to where they got this year, and you guys actually won a playoff game and had home court. I just think the better team won. And shout out to the Hawks for being able to execute down the stretch. What are your thoughts with the Knicks season and even the series?
Knicks had a good season. We're all fanatics. It hurt to see them lose in this playoff series as a true fan. A lot of people want to understand that in the sports group, what a true fan is. And I understand what that really is. So it was emotional to see my team, bounce back from being trash for a lot of years and really compete. And I was proud of them for that. But, like Ziggy said, I'm happy that we see we need work. I'm not happy we lost. We shouldn't have lost this playoff series. Shout out to the Hawks. Shout out to Nate McMillan. They did an excellent job of altering what they did. If you watch basketball, this is my basketball people. If you break down the film, they did an excellent job on figuring out how to discourage Julius Randle and take away what he did. That's an excellent job, and we didn't counter. Thibodeau didn't counter. I for one, think we pulled the lid over Alfred too early because it messed up our rotations in terms of having D Rose be that spark off the bench. You got substance when D Rose came off the bench, and now you're playing chess and that chess move really didn't work. But as a whole, in terms of the franchise, we are still rebuilding. We got a sneak year on people. This was a sneak year. We snuck up on people. We got to the 4th seed. We could have easily been the 8th seed. You know, we were 2 or 3 games back from being the 8th seed, but now comes the tough decisions. You know, I don't know if you could see it in the background. Let me move out your way. You know what I mean? That's me at the podium talking about the tough decisions that have to be made. We have a lot of cap space. The Knicks proved to be a franchise that's moving in the right direction, and finally we can actually go find, you know, some real legitimate players to put with Randall, to put with Barrett. You know, Mitch, we got to get him healthy. People don't understand what a team is. You know, I picked the Knicks in 6 because I'm a fan. You know, I'm never going to say the Knicks are going to lose, but I was scared of this Hawks team, and you even heard it in our preview call. I was scared of playing a team that we beat 3 straight times. Me and Ray Jarvis talked about it. You could bring up the film when he said Trey was even hurt that game. Y'all won, and I said, "You're right, bro. You're right." Like, this was a team that had a lot to prove. They got some veterans in there, and Clint Capella, you know, who've been through the wars of the playoff series, and we just didn't have that. And you know, that's why we got to get back to the drawing board. But here's the key: we're not sneaking up on nobody next year. The way we playing tough basketball, and we want to be the tough guys of the '90s Knicks. Everybody's gonna give us their best shot from game 1 starting next year. So we got to come correct. We snuck up on some people this year. Some people didn't take the Knicks seriously, and that's it. But you know, all in all, Ziggy hit it too. A lot of fans talking a lot. I see people ain't even write about the Knicks the whole season. Now they're writing soliloquies. They're writing two paragraphs talking about this is what they did wrong. And it's shut up. Nobody want to hear from you. Ain't nobody clicking your statuses. Just shut up and be a fan. Enjoy the game. You know what I mean? For the people who've been posting about the Knicks and you've been trash talking, ain't no Atlanta Hawks fans in this chat, so none of you guys won today. No Atlanta Hawks. I don't celebrate when other teams lose. You'll see that.
Like,
when
why?
other teams lose and my team don't win, I don't celebrate. When the Lakers lost, you don't see me going crazy. The only person I celebrated on, and I didn't even celebrate, was on Andres when he said the Knicks reek, and I just had to shout out his team reeking in that first half. But you don't get wins for other teams winning. So a lot of y'all got to relax. Y'all got to chill out. Root for your team. A lot of y'all Nets fans, congrats to the real Nets fans. I'm rooting for the Nets from now on. I'm a New York guy through and through. I want the Nets to win the championship because I'm New York City through and through. But a lot of Nets fans, I did some homework. I went to some of you guys' pictures from 2013, 2012, 2014, 2015. I saw no Nets paraphernalia. I saw no Nets games. I saw no Nets shout-outs in your pictures. If you go to J-Max pictures, you will see some Knicks stuff from way back when. So a lot of y'all Nets fans, the real Nets fans, are Eric, Peter. I gotta watch out for you, Peter, because I went through your profile. I ain't see a lot of pictures.
He's a little fake.
You're a little hyped to be
Fake,
Brooklyn,
you're a little
but
fake.
Peter, you've been keeping the same energy, so I'm gonna give you a pass. Manny,
Shout out to Manny.
Shout out to Manny, definitely a Nets fan. But a lot of y'all fly-by-night Nets fans. Eddie Gonzalez, I went back all the way to the beginning of your Facebook. I saw nothing but salsa pics in LeBron James. You got salsa con fuego king, and I saw no Nets pictures in your profile. So some of y'all gotta chill the hell out and just relax, man. But to the teams that are still participating, you know, we can't talk. We lost. You got a humble pie for Knicks fans tonight. Humble pie. We got super hype. Humble pie. It comes at you fast. We got to regroup. We got to figure out what we're going to do next season. Because if we don't follow this up, like Ray Jarvis said, I got to give credit to what credit's due. It could be a blip. It could be a blip if we don't follow up with a good season.
Don't be giving too much credit to
No, we got to give when people say the right things. When people say the right things, I give them credit. That's one thing we're going to do here. Nick, you too, Ziggy, real Knicks fans, real fans of any team. We're gonna give the real on basketball takes, but we're not gonna give the fake. Big shout out to Jay Lex. He ain't been talking a lot of junk, so you know I salute him. He took his non-playoff run as a true man. But the rest of y'all gotta chill out. Celtics, no disrespect, Carl. You're out.
It's all good.
Heat, you got swept. Lakers, I see you. Knicks, we just put the casket in. So a lot of us in this group, humble pie for a lot of us.
Going down. Yeah.
All right. So let me ask you guys a question. Now, clearly, Coach, you mentioned my team, and we made moves the day after we got eliminated. Is that something? And now already next season starts when you start thinking about next season. So does that start for you guys tomorrow and right now and start thinking
right
about the
now.
draft? Start thinking about the draft. Start thinking about your free
World
agents.
Wide
You were
West.
thinking about the draft before this.
Listen, I
Right, because
heard.
you have a lot of free agents there that could potentially be picked up.
I talked to some people today. D'Angelo Russell's on the radar. We figure a point guard is really
What we
what's
need.
stopping this team from making a jump, and somebody who can create their own shots. I mean, Alex Burke, thank you for the year you gave us. You are a veteran. You are a true professional. You came this year and you gave us good minutes and you resurrected a franchise. That's what happens. But I'm going to tell you, I got off the phone with a college coach just now. Everybody knows I'm a big Knicks fan. I told him, I analyzed it in this way. The Knicks are that team that has a lot of freshmen. They make the conference playoffs and they lose in the first round. Those freshmen then become sophomores and juniors. And that's when you got to make a run at the conference championship and make a run at the NCAA tournament. We have a lot of guys, this is their first time seeing the lights. Derrick Rose, thank you too for being a professional. You, my man, worked out with me at St. Francis a couple times. Thank you for bringing the Knicks back to life as well. But we got a lot of decisions to make. We got D'Angelo Russell on the radar. We got a couple other people I heard that's on the radar. I don't want to shout out too much because it's under wraps. But we got to make some big decisions. We got a lot of cap space. We got some draft picks. We got a lot of picks this year as well. So this is the year, make it or break it. If the Knicks take a step back, this year was wasted. If the Knicks take a step back next year, 4th place or higher, period. That's it.
So, Mac, let me ask you a quick question. Carl, I'm going to take the duty from you real quick.
Go right ahead, sir.
I'm going to throw some names at you, right? And out of these names, who are you keeping? All right, you ready? Derrick Rose, Frank Ntilikina, Alec Burks. Not sure. All right, Burks.
Alec Burks, thank you. You did a good job, but I'm not keeping.
Peyton.
Thank you. Not keeping.
Nerlens Noel.
Keeping.
Reggie Bullock.
Keeping.
And Taj Gibson.
Keeping.
So yeah, so Carl, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad you brought Mac because I feel like we in a certain kind of synergy right now.
Okay, so but you know what? But let me ask this fair question, I'm not sure of your cap situation. Keep in mind, Kawhi.
We have the most cap space.
We have 60
the most cap space in the league.
Listen, Kawhi did sign a 2-year deal, and we know why. We know how he wanted to be flexible. I'm not throwing out any preliminary rumors here, but I'm just saying, could that potentially be a target if he opts out?
We're not doing that, Zig. Zig, we're not doing that because that's what they want, Zig.
No,
they want us to start jumping off the roof.
Nah,
I got my jersey on too. New York all day, man. New York all day, all day. Some of you fans don't live like this. You don't live like this. I'm in the house. I didn't go to Game 5. I thought we was going to Game 7, so I didn't get my tickets to Game 5. But this is how I live. I got the official game shorts on. That's the kind of fans are official.
Let's go, Mac.
J.R. Smith wore those in the actual game. J.R. Smith gave those to me. That's real fandom. But anyway, Carl, back to your question. We're not going to go to Kawhi Leonard, man. Knicks been doing that for years, and that's what got us in a rut. Listen, we got cap space. We got New York City, and we're moving up. That's what franchises need to do. The fact that we will be in the conversation with some of these top players will prove that we're moving in the right direction. Listen, besides the Lakers, and I said this before, you don't get a LeBron that can just come and just get an AD. That doesn't happen often. LeBron did it twice. Nobody else does that. KD did it, but that team was already built and were champions already. Mm-hmm. It takes years to build a championship kind of team. We are in this for the 3-year plan. I'm not talking championships. I mean, we're in there to be a contender. We're not a contender this year. Everybody knew that. We knew that. Real Knicks fans knew we weren't a contender. We just wanted to keep this party rolling to the 2nd and 3rd round. But we are building a championship contender team. Build the pieces. Keep building the pieces. Kawhi, we don't know. And I'm not going to discuss it because that's what Knicks fans have done for the last 10 years. And when they don't come, we got idiot fans going crazy. So, if anybody team had a chance to get Kawhi or LeBron James, you're going to be hyped. Period. If they say you're in your top 5. Mm-hmm. So now people start going crazy saying, oh, Knicks fans think they're getting everybody. No, we don't think we're getting everybody. We just get excited like every other fan. So, we're not going to talk about Kawhi. If the Clippers lose, we'll see what happens, man. But we built the foundation. I'm happy to see the foundation built.
And that's all we ask. We just want that foundation to continue to grow because for so many years we've been horrible. We've been horrible for so many years, and now we finally got the right people in place in terms of top of the organization, and then you just build and build and build and build and build, and now it's just time to grow from that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys are going to do in terms of the offseason. There's a lot of money there for us, and people are saying that we're serious now, so maybe now some free agents are really going to give us a shot and take us, serious.
One player you didn't name, I don't think you named Knox. And I
Come on,
know.
Carl.
Listen. I'm asking a fair question. Listen, you wanted to go fair, right? Do you get rid of him? Do you can try to develop him some more? Do you
He's
work
not
with
built. He's not built for this team.
You remember
He's
what
not.
Kobe said, right? Ship his ass out. He gotta go, man. He gotta go.
No, but Knox doesn't fit this style. And I'm not saying Knox can't be a good player. You throw Knox in Sacramento with a team that plays up and down that wants to score 120 points per game, he fits. You throw Knox in a team like the Indiana Pacers, who has a really, really good offense, but really, really doesn't focus down on the half-court defensive sets and half-court offense sets, then he fits. But if you're going to play, even Knox can fit on the Nets. A guy who just could shoot the three, long, length, put him around some guys who could just open the court, he fits. But if you're going to put a team around Julius Randle, around R.J. Barrett, around Mitchell Robinson, you're not going to get a Knox. We need guys who are two-way players, guys who really want to defend and be on the defensive end, and that just doesn't fit his profile. Frank Ntilikina, I would keep before I keep Kevin Knox.
And that was a question I wanted to. I wonder, how come Frank didn't get enough, to see a little bit on the floor just to be able to contain Trae Young for a little bit? I was wondering what was up with that because he was seeing the floor for like 4 minutes.
It's called overcoaching, man. You get burnt once. First game, Trae Young comes off the ball screen, drives to the basket, goes around Frankie, and that's it. And now you think he's not valuable for the rest of the season. Rest of the series. Just like Elfrid Payton. Has a couple bad games, but what you don't understand is the Knicks never got blown out with Elfrid Payton starting at the point guard against the Atlanta Hawks. You start overcoaching, and that's what happens. I've done it before as a coach. I'm not going to act like I'm perfect here. I've overcoached, and I've been an assistant that's overcoached and said, hey, let's do X, Y, and Z. And you kind of go away from your game plan and what made you successful the entire year. I remember when we played Robert Morris in the championship game on ESPN, it took me a month to watch that game. And I started looking at things that I did wrong as an assistant because it was my scout. I started watching and saying, man, I should have said this. I should have did this. I should have did that. But that moment just takes over you. It consumes you if it's your first time there. And it was the first time there for a lot of people on that staff besides Tom Thibodeau. So, we got coaches that just came from college. They never been in this level. You got to understand the Knicks is a real franchise that's rebuilding, not just players. It's a franchise rebuild. We're talking about general managers. We're talking assistant coaches. We're talking from the top to the bottom is rebuilding. And they got to understand these roles and understand what works and what doesn't work. And these are growing pains that all franchises go through. And who do we think we are to think that we're just going to skip the line? You don't go from being trash to going to the championship. We can't just skip the line. We got to pay our dues. We got to take these first round losses just like all the other teams took before they reached that promised land.
Listen, you just gave me an alley. My team was trash and we went to a championship. It is possible.
But your team also
it's possible.
Your team also got Kevin Garnett and got Ray Allen. So Kevin Garnett, if they walking through that door at Madison Square Garden next year, then we talk differently. But they not walking through that door.
So where are you guys going on vacation? Me and Deb's flight's already we're already out because he got so we out. So where you guys going on vacation? Tell me so maybe we could pull up together and have a little group vacation because we're in the losers row on vacation right now. So where you guys going?
Once I saw the score in the third quarter, I booked my flight to Mykonos. And I'm already in Mykonos, so I'm gonna send a video to you tomorrow from Mykonos, Greece, where I'm gonna be enjoying a little bit of relaxation and just regrouping for the season and figuring out what we need to do and make some phone calls. Call my man Worldwide West, see what we got to get going on.
Ziggs, where you at? Where you headed?
Well, while Mac is over there in Greece, I'm making sure to get ready to make my move to the Caribbean, man. I think I'm going back to Aruba. I'm gonna just in the hot tub and just, as Max said, think about the different moves that's going to be coming down the pipeline in the future. I do want to allude back to a point he said. This is a conversation that me and my brother actually had before the start of the Knicks game. And we said that we need a point guard. I don't know who's coming in to, take that role, but we need a point guard because obviously you see what's happening in the NBA. It's a guard league. And, we need a point guard.
Listen. I got Brad Stevens at the helm now. I don't know what his managerial skills are.
Listen, that's another subject we're gonna get to.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, but that's all I'm saying is, listen. All I'm saying is that Kemba Walker could potentially be available. I don't know.
Not at that price.
I don't know.
Yeah, we gonna pass on that.
But before I let you guys go,
Who's in the comments? So how the comment section looking? We got where the haters at, man.
Peter's pulled up. Joel Rivera, who's always here. Shout
Oh,
out
that's
to
my
him.
man.
Shout out
Big
to
shout out,
Joel,
Joel.
man.
Yo, he's
Shout
always
out to
here.
Joel, man.
Shout out
Always
to
in the comments.
Knicks tape fam. Shout out.
So some of the Knicks tape fans are here, but before I let you guys go, I know we will have a second round prediction show, but early on, when we're talking about Philly versus the Hawks, I don't want a winner, but could this, and again, knowing that Joel has that slightly torn meniscus, that's minor. Where do we see here early on in this
for Philly, man?
I,
It's just like the
Yeah.
Knicks. Listen, I never wanted to play the Hawks. Like people were asking me, and I'm like, give me Miami. Like I would have rather play Miami than the Hawks because I just know in Miami we're gonna grind it out. It's gonna be low scoring games, a lot of defense. The Hawks have firepower. They have firepower, man. They got shooters who can shoot, two-way players. Trae Young was one of those special kind of players who could just go for 25 plus even on his off nights. With the new NBA, the old NBA, Trae Young is going to be a regular good point guard. The new NBA, we saw some of the calls they made today. That's the way it plays. I'm not crying about the calls. That's the way the game is played, and you got to adjust to it. But it's a bad matchup for Philly if they, if they're gonna play the Hawks. So I mean, I'm gonna have to. With no
prediction yet. No
yeah, I
prediction
mean, I
yet.
just think it's a bad matchup, man. It's a bad matchup.
Okay, Ziggs, what are your thoughts with that matchup?
I feel did we cover this earlier today, right?
No, we talked about the Brooklyn and the
the Brooklyn Milwaukee.
but now but now we officially know it's Sixers versus Hawks.
So that was another conversation that I had with my little bro, and I definitely said I know you said no predictions, but again, back to what Mac was saying, it's going to be tough. This Atlanta Hawks team, I knew coming in was going to be a huge out. I mean, a hard out, but now they're rolling and they have the confidence going. Pause. But they have the confidence going. As you just mentioned, Joel Embiid with that small meniscus tear is just what the Atlanta Hawks versus Ben Simmons and what's my man named J. Cole lookalike Tobias Harris. I don't know.
But you know what? I do like the thing that they have is Tobias can get you 30.
That's true.
I mean, Seth got you 30 tonight too. So
so you know what? It's a better matchup for Philly than it is New York because Seth can shoot way better than almost everybody on the Knicks to create his own shot. Tobias has to get you 25 on any given night. And, Randall can't run the point where we have to run our offense through him. Ben Simmons can run the point from the top, and Danny Green is a proven shooter in the clutch as well. So, it is a better matchup for the Philly than it is New York, and they got some guys who've been there. Those guys been in playoff battles. They've been in playoff wars. So, you know what I mean? Those guys have experience. We were very green on our experience, and it showed. And that's just what it came down to.
Right, and also too, Coach, the coaching matchup, Nate McMillan versus Doc Rivers. That's pretty intriguing as well. Where you have two coaches who are veteran experienced in the league, and I think, like you said, just like with the Knicks series, it comes down to the X's and O's and adjustments. What adjustments can Doc Rivers make? What adjustments can Nate McMillan make when the game comes down to the stretch? So those are all key important factors.
Great job by Nate McMillan, man. You got a big shout out to him. He did a hell of a job coaching, man. I saw it. They talked about what they were going to do against Julius Randle before the series, and I said, "Oh man, they're going to crowd him. He's not used to making those split decisions, and it showed, man. And you know what? Learning lesson. That's all I got to say.
All right, you guys go enjoy that Clippers. We got the Clippers and the Mavs on. You're not watching it?
I already heard Luka killing.
Yeah, I'm about to go watch that game. Thank you, everyone, for pulling up to the impromptu live. So
I'm not watching it. It's over for me. It's over for me for a while. I'm not watching tomorrow. I'm not watching nothing.
No, come on, man. Basketball's in your blood. Basketball's in your blood. You can't help it. I know you're gonna watch.
Yo, listen. The year we lost in the championship before we went to the NIT. I did not watch anything basketball related. That's championship week. I'm talking everybody's
talking about 2015?
2015.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any basketball until we had our first practice for the NIT, which was like 6 days later. Wow. You got to understand, true fans who are really committed, like I'm really committed to my team. Like, you don't understand. I'm watching synergy. I watch the plays on the Knicks. Like, I'm really into my team. Like, I'm really into this. It's like I feel like I was coaching the Knicks. I need a break. I need a couple days off from basketball. I need a couple days just to get my mind right. You know, New York City's open again. I can hit some rooftops, hit some lunches, hit some dinners, go on vacation. You know, when I hit the rooftops when I come back from Mykonos, because I'm out of Mykonos right now, so I can hit some of the spots in Mykonos, and then I need to just regroup. And when I get back next week, I'll be ready for the second round. I'll be ready to watch.
Wait. Carl, before we go, because let's ask this question while we here, right? I don't know what it is. It's like there's always some kind of Knicks civil war between the fans, right? And I'm glad Mac is here. Mac, which one is worse? The 2014 that we lost to the Nets when we got swept, or losing to the Hawks? 2004. That's what I said. Losing to the Nets or losing
2004.
Mm-hmm.
Which year? I couldn't hear you. Say it.
2004 when we got swept by the Nets.
Man, it got to be 4. Like this team is young. Like you got to understand. Like, listen, man. This is how much. And Carl, I didn't want to go on rants, man. It's like becoming a rant.
It's all good, bro.
This is how idiotic some of these people who follow sports. And you know what? I don't blame y'all because some of you guys aren't real sports people. You're just people with a Facebook. You're just people with a social media handle. And you're entertaining, and I accept you. I respect you as a person, as a human being. But when it comes to sports, you couldn't hold a rice tray in China. So you know what I mean? So like when it comes to some of your takes, I really don't care what you say because you don't have no knowledge on this game. So I'm not gonna even get into that. But for the real sports people who understand, this Knicks team wasn't supposed to be what we are. We overachieved. Like I'm a hype fan, but like if you told me to bet my house on this series, I wouldn't put my house up on the Knicks because I understand basketball first and foremost. And some of you fanatics out there don't understand the game. You don't understand basketball, and you come on here and it's entertaining. That's what the Sportless Hit List is. We are entertainers on here. It's fun. We have some fun. We go at each other. We make some jokes, but that's where it ends. So some of your takes, I don't care about it. That's why you see I don't even respond to some of them. Like Anthony Mullen, I love Anthony. He's like a brother. He's tagging me in this Steph Curry stuff. You see what I said?
Did you see what happened earlier? You didn't see it yet? I'm going to tag you in the madness that happened, the 30 minutes I had to put up with.
I didn't watch because
this is crazy.
Carl, this is what you understand. This is what you got to understand. There's certain people in this group I go at for fun. Like Jay Lex, we got a rivalry that dates a long time ago. It's fun. It's like WWE. Yeah. Professor Eric, who writes the thesis for every comment. You could just ask Eric, yo, what's today's date? He will write you 3 pages on today's date. You know, but I love Eric, true fan. You know what I mean? Some of us, we go at it, it's super respectful, but we know Anthony's a troll sometimes. So when it comes to certain things, I'm not wasting my time to watch some of you guys' videos. So that whole Steph Curry thing, no, bro, I'm not listening to what you're talking about because this is the same person who said, we're going to get that ball and then we're going to ball. And we're gonna get that ball. Like, come on, son. Like, I'm not listening to that guy. Like, it's all fun and games. Like, I love him. He's the entertainment factor. So we gotta understand everybody's role, man.
Which is
everybody's
true.
role.
And you're the X's and O when it comes down to really talking basketball.
Like Ray Jaw.
Break it down.
You see me and Ray Jaw. We gotta mutually respect each other because I know Ray. He's a Knicks troll. I know it. He's a Knicks troll because he grew up in New York and he heard so many crazy Knicks fans that he got fed up. That's what happens in New York. You live here and you hear, if you lived in LA, you would get fed up by the Clippers fans because they talk crazier than the Knicks fans. Look at Marcellus Wiley. Look how crazy he is he's a Clippers fan. Look how nuts he is about the Clippers. He goes nuts and they have never done anything. So you got to understand, it's all about your region. So when Ray goes crazy on the Knicks, it's a mutual respect. You see, I don't respond on certain things he does because I know it's clickbait. He just wants to get people there and talk his stuff. You know what I mean?
I be falling for it.
I know a lot of y'all fall for it, but me and Ray, I refuse to. I see when he be playing some stuff, I be itching.
You know, it's funny. Like, the other day, I said to Ziggy on mistake, I was like, Bozo Nation. I thought it would have went over his head. And he checked me. I was like, bro, it was just a small little joke. I didn't need to take it seriously.
Bozo Nation, you know, me and him went at it before on Bozo Nation. It's like Pookie, you know, with the crack pipe. Like I just be wanting to stay away, but I just can't. But we know what the Bozo Nation is about, man. It's about a small, you know, group of fans who just are crazy and fanatics. But hey, at the end of the day, you know, I respect fanatics like that, man. Like, you know, that's what this game is about.
Yeah.
I told you guys last time when I went to game 1 and game 2. Listen, I just gotta. This is crazy. I wish I could screenshot my computer. So like, I used to go to a lot of Atlanta Hawks games because a lot of my family's down there, and I went to a game before. I just got a alert to buy Atlanta Hawks tickets for round 2.
Wow.
That hurt. That hurt.
That definitely
It said
that's
we
gonna
are
hurt.
locked in. It said we are locked and loaded for game 2. I want to curse them motherfuckers out, man. But yeah, we fanatics, and I told him it's nothing like experiencing this as a real fan. You know what I mean? It's nothing like experience through the highs and the lows. You know, we just real fans out here. So I salute all the real fans in the sports sizzlers who really follow their team and really bleed their team colors. Like we don't play the games. You know what I mean? So you can't come at somebody and disown them and make them feel bad for being a fan of a franchise. You know, they're a fan of a group of players, like they're a fan of a group of people that represent their city or represent how they grew up. So, you know, it's just entertainment. I have a lot of fun with it, and I'm gonna continue to have fun with it. And you know, we're gonna have some fun. Lakers, you on the clock, Lakers?
Yes,
You
they
on the
are.
clock?
Yes,
You
they
on the
are.
clock?
Yes,
know?
they are. So you guys enjoy the vacation. I'll talk to you soon. And Mike, let me know when you're watching ball again. We'll get you back on the Wednesday live.
Yeah, Mike. When Mike stopped watching ball?
Say it again.
When did Mike stop after the play-in? He stopped watching ball?
No, Mike's still watching. He's still watching.
Oh, I thought you said Mike stopped watching
No,
ball.
no. I said when you stop when you start watching ball again.
Oh yeah, I'm back next week.
Watching.
I need what's today? Today's Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
No, today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
See,
Wednesday.
That's how crazy my mom. Well, actually, it is Thursday. I'm in Greece. I'm hours ahead of you. So it is Thursday. That's why I said Thursday. I'm in Mykonos. I'm about 7 hours ahead of you. So it is already Thursday for me. Early in the morning, I got to get some sleep. But I'll probably start watching like around Sunday. Whatever games come on Sunday, I'll watch. You know, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. I'm gonna enjoy my time and just
Well, listen, just to give you a heads up, you may miss the main event of a game 7 potentially because that game.
Which game 7?
That might be Lakers Suns.
Lakers Suns go 7.
I don't think if Anthony Davis is not 100%, I don't think it goes 7.
That's what I
listen.
said.
Someone in the earlier show told me we may see the zebras show up, and
ain't no zebras. Listen, ain't no zebras saving that team from Anthony Davis not playing 100%. I don't care what you say. That team ain't constructed to compete against a team like the Suns. I watched that game. They're not ready for that. They're not constructed enough to do that unless Frank Vogel just unleashes Montrezl Harrell, who we've been keeping in the den. I know that guy feels horrible for leaving the Clippers and going to the Lakers. He's being used. He's being used like he's a piece of trash. You know what I mean? He's a way better player than that. But unless Anthony Davis is playing and he's at 80%, it's a wrap, yo. It's a wrap.
All right, guys, thank you so much for jumping on this live real quick. Please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to all of our Sports Hit List content. Make sure you check out the B Show tomorrow live at 5 o'clock. I think Megan O'Brien may be a special guest on that show tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, Megan may be pulling up. So you guys
wow.
from SFC. So I was able to put
that's
some strings.
Crazy.
Yeah,
that's
so her and Deb are going to chop it up a little bit about what she's up to now. So definitely tune into that. Smoke and Mirrors on Friday at 1 o'clock with Greg, Steph, and Declan. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Memphis is out?
No, not yet. They're playing right now.
Man. Greg get to talk his trash to me.
Yeah.
Hold on, they ain't game 5. Hold on. What's it, 3-1?
3-1, game 5.
Game
yeah.
5
All right,
it's
game 5. All right, as long as you don't get past game 5, he can't talk too much.
All right, fellas, be well. I'll talk to you.